Welcome, boys and girls, to an episode of Decodable Fun. I'm your host, Miss Leah, and this is your teacher, Miss Courtney. In preparation for our lesson today, you will need a few things. Mostly just 2 listening ears and 2 reading eyes. Have fun!
Welcome back, boys and girls. Thank you so much for being with us again on today. Once again, we have a lot to do today, so let's look at what we will be focused on. We will identify when to double the consonant of one-syllable words before adding suffixes, just like we learned with Miss Leah. We're also going to read the following tricky words: was, of. We're going to use the letter-sound correspondences that have already been taught to distinguish and correctly read those long and short vowels in one-syllable words. And we're going to finally read decodable text for understanding. Last time we were together, we read the story, The Hot Dog. We focused on one particular ending punctuation. Do you remember what it was? Correct. It was the exclamation mark. Remember, this lets us know when to read a sentence with excitement, the exclamation mark. When you were with Miss Leah in your last lesson, what other ending punctuations did you go over? Particularly the one that helps when a sentence is to ask something. What was that ending punctuation? That's correct. It was the question mark. This lets the reader know that something has been asked, the question mark. Finally, there was one last ending punctuation that lets you know it was a telling sentence. What type of punctuation mark was that? Correct. It was the period. The period lets us know it's a telling sentence. Now, in that lesson with Miss Leah, you also reviewed what type of letters go at the beginning of a sentence. Do you remember? That's right. A capital letter goes at the beginning of a sentence. A capital letter or an uppercase letter also goes at the beginning of a name or any proper noun. Now, remembering that ending punctuation and the types of words that need to have capital letters, let's fix some sentences that we have today. Let's make these sentences correct. The first sentence is, "Who ate my hot dog?" I will do this one for an example for you. When I look at who ate my hot dog, I notice at the beginning of the sentence there's a lowercase letter, and I know that needs to be changed to become a capital W for the word who. When I look at the end of the sentence, I notice the ending punctuation is missing. So I think about what type of sentence is who ate my hot dog? That's asking something, isn't it? So I know to put the question mark at the end of that sentence. Who ate my hot dog? Help me out with the next one. My hot dog was the best. What do you notice first? I think you're right. There needs to be a capital letter at the beginning of the sentence. So we will make that M into a capital M. Now, what else needs to happen in this sentence? It needs an ending punctuation. You've got it. What type of ending punctuation? You know, I think so too. I think this sentence needs to be read with excitement. My hot dog was the best. I agree. So what type of ending punctuation does that mean we need? Right again, an exclamation mark needs to go at the end of that sentence, so we read it with excitement. My hot dog was the best. You do the last sentence on your own. The hot dog made me full. What needs to happen here? You're right. We first need a capital T at the beginning of the sentence. What else needs to happen? Right again, we need ending punctuation. What type of sentence is this? It is a telling sentence, so we know that we need to put a period at the end of that sentence. Let's read these sentences one more time, making sure we read it with the correct tone based on the ending punctuation. Who ate my hot dog? My hot dog was the best. The hot dog made me full. You guys did a wonderful job. Next, let's revisit those tricky words that we went over with Miss Leah. The first tricky word we went over was. We know the W makes the sound, the A makes the schwa sound, and the S makes the Z sound. So the word is was. He was happy. Our last tricky word was of. We know the O makes the schwa sound, and the F makes the V sound for of. The box was full of candy. So what were our tricky words again? Was and of. Boys and girls, you did a great job. Those tricky words won't get you. Now we're going to review the doubling consonant rule Miss Leah shared with us using the ing suffix. If a one-syllable word has one short vowel sound and one consonant after the vowel, we will double the final consonant before adding any suffixes. Remember our examples. Let's look at the word nap. It has one syllable and it has one short vowel sound with one consonant after the vowel. So when we add the ing suffix, we double the P at the end and add ing. Now we have the word napping. Say it with me. Napping. Great. Here's another example. The word sit. Once again, it has one syllable and has one short vowel sound and one consonant after the vowel. This means when we add a suffix like ing, we double that T at the end and add ing. For the word sitting. Now you say it. Great job. Last example is the word rub. It has that one syllable, one short vowel sound, and one consonant after the vowel. So once again, we double that consonant, so we add another B before adding ing for the word rubbing. Let's say it together. Rubbing. Yes. Now, I'm going to give you some words. I want you to look up if it follows our spelling pattern and needs to double the consonant at the end before adding a suffix, or look down if it doesn't follow our spelling pattern. I'll do the first one for an example. Okay, the word is run. It has one syllable. Now let me look. It does have one short vowel sound. And finally, there is just one consonant after that vowel. So it does follow our spelling pattern. So I'm going to look up. This means you double that last consonant when adding a suffix. The word is running. You say it. Great. Let's do one more together, then you'll try on your own. Here is the word swim. Does it have one syllable? Yeah. Does it have a short vowel sound? It does. Is there one consonant following that vowel? Definitely. So what does that mean? We're looking up, and that means that we will double the final consonant before adding ing. The word is swimming. Let's say it together. Swimming. Yay! Now you try this on your own. The word is gift. What do you look for? Yes, it's one syllable. What do you look for next? You're right, it has a short vowel sound. Right again, there's more than one consonant after that vowel, so it doesn't follow our spelling pattern, so we make sure that we look down. Great job. Just two more words. This word is fan. Is it one syllable? It is. How about having a short vowel sound? It sure does. Finally is the vowel followed by one consonant. Yes, indeed. So we are looking up. And this means that we double the N to add ing. Last word, scent. Is it one syllable? Yes. Short vowel? Yes. One consonant after the vowel? No, it has more than one consonant after our vowel. So our eyes are looking down. That means we do not double the consonant for a suffix. Great job, guys. I really think you have that rule down. Today, we're reading another story out of The Cat Bandit. Let's look at this page again together. Who can remember what this page is called? Do you remember? You got it. It's the table of contents. Now, what story comes after the hot dog and what page does it begin on? Right again, it's the chicken nugget beginning on page 6. This is the story we're going to read today. There are 2 vocabulary words we are going to go over and review before we read. This is the word nugget. If we use the word nugget to describe food, it means the food is bite-sized. We might also use the word nugget to describe a lump of gold or a nugget of wisdom, which is a small piece of good advice. Nugget. Now you say it. Great job. This is a word we went over in the hot dog, sprang. This means to jump up suddenly, like how the cat bandit sprang onto the shelf in the hot dog. Sprang. Your turn. Nice. Here's our story, the chicken nugget. Wow, I noticed one word that had to double the consonant before adding ing. Do you see it? Yes, napping. Great job. Now let's see if we see any of our tricky words, was or of, on this page. Do you? What? I see it. Was. I see of too. Any more? Another was. Another was. Great job. Now let's look for our 2 words, nugget and sprang. How many nuggets do you see on this first page? I see 3 as well. What about the word sprang? I don't see sprang on this page either. What about finding nugget on the next page? How many do you see? I see 2 as well. Now do you see sprang? You do? How many? 1. I see 1 as well. Great job. Let's try to read just our 2 vocabulary words, nugget and sprang, in the story. Don't forget to start with the title. nugget, nugget, nugget. Sprang, nugget, sprang. Good job! Now let's look at the title of our story, The Chicken Nugget. Let's once again predict what we think this story may be about. What do you think? That's a really good prediction. Maybe someone or something will eat a chicken nugget. Let's read the story together to find out. Remember to start with the title and pay attention to the ending punctuation for the tone of the sentences. The chicken nugget. Hank set his dish in the sink. He left a big chicken nugget on the dish. The nugget was still hot. The smell of chicken drifted up from the sink. It drifted into the den. The cat bandit was napping in the den, but he was sniffing as he slept. Sniff, sniff, sniff. The cat bandit sprang up. He ran in and spotted the nugget in the sink. He sat a bit, thinking up a plan. Then he went to the closet and got a bunch of boxes. He set up a box. Then he set a big box next to that box. Then he set the biggest box next to the sink. The cat bandit set off running. He ran up the boxes, hopping from box to box. Then munch, munch, munch. That was the end of the chicken nugget. Oh, wow! Was our prediction correct? It was. Someone ate the chicken nugget. Who ate the chicken nugget? Yes, the cat bandit ate the chicken nugget. Now, let's see if we can answer some discussion questions about our story. Remember, we want to make sure we say them in complete sentences. I'll do the first one for an example. The cat bandit was napping in the den. What does this mean he was doing? The cat bandit was napping in the den. The cat bandit was sleeping. Why don't you help me with the next one? Where did Hank set his dish? Do you remember? Great job. Hank set his dish in the sink. Next question. What was on the dish? What was on that dish that Hank set in the sink? You're right. The chicken nugget was on the dish. Great job. Why did the cat bandit stop napping? What made that cat bandit stop napping? Do you remember? You're right. He smelled the chicken nugget, so it woke him up, didn't it? 2 questions left, guys. How did the cat bandit reach the chicken nugget? Now this one is kind of complicated. He had to do a lot of things. But how did the cat bandit reach that chicken nugget? Do you remember? Great job. You're right. He got some boxes, set them next to each other by the sink, then he ran up the boxes. Great job. Last question. What does the cat bandit do in this story that a real cat would not do? So in this story, the cat bandit did something your pet cat at home would not do. What was it? Do you remember? What did he do that your pet at home wouldn't do? You guys got it. You have it. He moved the boxes and arranged them like steps so he could reach the sink. Your cat at home wouldn't do that, would they? Great job. We've done a lot today. Let's look at what we've done. We identified when to double the consonant of one-syllable words before adding suffixes. We read the tricky words was, of. We used knowledge of the letter-sound correspondences that have been taught to distinguish and correctly read long and short vowels in one-syllable words. And finally, we read decodable text for understanding. Thanks, boys and girls.
Thank you, Miss Courtney, and thank you, boys and girls, for your participation in the lesson today. All rights and credits for today's lesson belong to Core Knowledge Language Arts. We would like to thank them for publicly sharing these valuable resources. Bye!